Thank you for your interest in the Murfreesboro Community Investment Trust. As you prepare your submittal to the trust, we want to make sure the process is a simple one. This training will cover an introduction to what the trust is, eligibility guidelines, how to access the online grant application portal, a few tips to help you get started, and the timeline once you have submitted your application. First things first, let's talk about what the trust is.
The city sold its electric distribution system operations and assets to Middle Tennessee Electric Membership Corporation for $245 million and annual installments of over $17 million paid over a 15-year period with interest totaling nearly $302 million. A portion of these proceeds were approved by City Council to be retained by the City of Murfreesboro and used for critical roadway and parks projects. City Council then approved for the remainder of the installments to be used towards the provisions of long-term benefits to the city's citizens through prudent investments over time, for example, establishment of a trust.
One important note regarding the trust we want to make sure you know, the trust is a standalone trust and no city tax dollars are part of it. Again, the proceeds for the trust are split between the city and the community.
The purposes of the trust are clearly defined in the trust agreement. These purposes are to support projects and programs of the city or other nonprofit institutions that benefit the city's inhabitants and improve or enhance the quality of life of the city's inhabitants or aid civic or other public improvements. To promote and advance the social welfare of the inhabitants of the city. To promote and support educational and recreational programs, facilities, and opportunities within the city. To promote and support economic development and employment opportunities within the city. To fund public works within or benefiting the city, and to advance the general welfare of the city and its residents.
A board of trustees has also been established to oversee the trust and its process.
7 individuals with appropriate financial investment experiences were appointed and approved by the City Council to manage the proceeds in the best long-term interest of our citizens. A committee on contributions has also been established to work under the Board of Trustees. The committee is responsible for reviewing applications from eligible charitable organizations and making recommendations to the Board of Trustees for funding. For more information on the board and committee members, visit the city's website at murfreesborotn.gov. Click on Your Government and look on Boards and Commissions.
Now let's talk about who is eligible for the trust.
You must be a charitable 501c3 nonprofit organization. The project must take place within the Murfreesboro city limits and provides a benefit to the city. Your organization must operate year-round, providing beneficial community services 12 months out of the year in Murfreesboro. Your organization's program services are open to all without discrimination and exclusion. The organization's facility location and services must be ADA compliant. Finally, your project must align with the purpose of the trust.
Are you ready to apply? Here's how to do it.
To get started, go to www.murfreesborotn.gov/community grant application. If you are a new applicant, the first thing you will do is create a new account. For those that have previously set up an account, you can simply log in here. Once you have created your account, you will be taken to your applicant dashboard. From here, there are 4 steps to complete the application process. Step 1 is click Apply. Step 2 is filling out the application. You can type directly into the question response boxes, or you can copy and paste content from a Word document. Click on the question list button to see a preview of the questions, which you can use to complete your answers offline in a Word document and copy and paste into the application portal. This is the recommended approach. This is also where multiple collaborators can provide information to the application by clicking the Collaborate button. Step 3 is to hit Preview to review your application. Once you are satisfied with your responses, the final step is to click the Submit button. Once the application is submitted, you will no longer be able to make changes to the document, so make sure you are satisfied with all your responses to the questions. If you skipped a required question, ones with an asterisk, the Submit button will not be active, so make sure you have answered all the required questions. You will receive an email confirmation upon successful submission of your application.
Here are a few tips to help you as you're going through the process.
Access the question list prior to beginning the application to review information and to familiarize yourself with the types of information to complete your narrative. Another easy way to aid your process is to complete the questions in a Word document to allow easy edits and character counts. Then you can simply copy and paste your responses into the application. Look to completing the application 3 to 5 days in advance of the actual deadline to allow sufficient time in case there are glitches or any technical difficulties. Try not to begin the process the day the application is due. Be sure to bookmark the application link in your browser so you can easily get back to the site. Finally, and this is a big one, be sure to pay attention to the application due date and time that is posted in the application guidelines.
Now that you've submitted your application, the waiting game begins. Here's what you can expect and how long the process will take.
Once you submit the application, there will be a due diligence review from the Committee on Contributions. The committee will submit the application they approve to the Board of Trustees, who will vote on them. These applicants that have been approved by the board will go to City Council for a final approval. Once the City Council votes and approves, the award notices and project implementation will take place.
We hope this video has been helpful to you. If you have any additional questions we haven't covered, please send them to citgrants@murfreesborotn.gov. Thank you again for your interest in the Murfreesboro Community Investment Trust, benefiting the Murfreesboro community.